Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TOI Auto, and today we've got with us Santosh Iyer. He's the Managing Director and CEO of Mercedes-Benz India. Also, today, Santosh, your first conference in your new role and the first launch of Mercedes-Benz in India. So, just take us through how this year is planned out and a little bit more about this launch.
Firstly, thanks for joining us. And here we are unveiling our strategy for 2023, apart from launching a very exciting car, the E Cabriolet in an AMG avatar as such. So yes, we closed firstly 2022 on a very high note, best ever year, best ever sales results, best ever online bookings, just to name a few. But 23, we are still confident that we will be able to drive this growth momentum. We are looking at a double-digit growth for 2023. It will be driven by new products. So we are committing 10 new cars to the Indian market, majority of which will be in the TEV segment, which is the top-end vehicle segment, more than 1 crore of rupees as such. We are also announced today a lot of sustainability initiatives. So, for example, our plant in Chakan, Pune is already 100% powered by green energy. Similarly, our partner network, our franchisee partner network also, we commit that 1/3 of them will shift to green energy by end of this year and the balance by end of 2025. So this is our commitment to sustainability. When it comes to electric, we have set up one of the largest luxury EV charging network in India, 40 fast chargers, balance 100 odd AC chargers. So that's available for our customers to charge. So just to name a few, these are a couple of big initiatives that we are looking at 2023.
And the convertible, the Cabriolet, which you launched today. If I talk about this model and specifically the convertible market, right now, I know it's a very small segment, but do you have any number like about what percentage of market would be there?
No, these are customers who generally, when a new product comes, they tend to pick up these cars, keep it for 2 to 3 years, enjoy it, and then so there is no standard market for a convertible. So now, if you launch the car, there will be few hundred customers who would like to have this and own and drive these cars in the roads. And the challenge here is they all want to be first, and we again have limitations in terms of supplies. But we will try our best. We already have, if I'm not wrong, 20-30 odd cars in India, so we should be able to sell more and get more cars as soon as possible.
And Santosh, you did mention 10 new cars this year. So can you tell us a little bit more what are your potential customers and our viewers can expect over the year?
So, as I said, out of these 10 cars, majority of them will be in the top-end vehicle space. We have also something exciting coming up right from the G. One of the car lines will be the new GLC, which will come in Q3 of 2023. So that's a big volume driver, I would say. Then we have a mixture of many other car lines, we keep the market excited throughout the year.
And how's the focus going to be on electric vehicles this year? Would we see any new electric vehicles out of these 10?
For us, the first priority is to cater to the bookings of EQS and EQB. We have these customers waiting for 4 to 6 months. We don't want to add complexity to our production and to our supply chain. So first step, we said, let's give these cars, let's put them on road, let's try and deliver maximum. But EV is a given. We are all in on EVs. And for us, we are clear that in the next 3 years, 25% of our sales will be electric vehicles. So to achieve that, we need to introduce more cars. But only after we stabilize the current demand and we are able to at least reduce the waiting period to 1 to 2 months time.
Right. And on the supply period, you do have a long waiting list as well. So right now, approximately how many thousand models do you have? How many thousand units on the way?
Wow, we have around 6,000 customers waiting for us to get their 3-pointed star. That's what gives us sleepless nights because, there is an occasion in the family, they have some gifting to happen and sometimes they're waiting. We are not able to meet that delivery timeline because of different challenges. So that's the full team working. Me along with my entire colleagues back in MB India production and everyone is just working to ensure we get more cars as soon as possible so that we try to reduce this backlog. And as I said, 1 to 2 months, everybody understands, but this is huge now and we are trying to just see. But it also shows the love for the brand. It's a most desirable luxury car brand in India where customers are ready to wait, whereas maybe other offerings are available in the market. And that shows a lot of testimony to our product and to the brand offering itself.
So Santosh, as we move through this year, would it be safe to say towards the later part of this year, people could expect a significant reduction in waiting time or?
We are trying. We are trying to catch up with demand. So it's a factor of supply and demand both. So we will do our best to do that. As I said, we just hate customers missing out on important occasions or deliveries. So we want to bring this down as much as possible. At least, as I said, to 2 to 3 months. That's at least the target picture.
And you also recently launched the GLB and the EQB. Now, similar models with an electric and internal combustion engine. So, what is the split been up till now?
See, it's very interesting. When we launched, we were looking at bookings and pre-bookings were 50-50. But now we see a higher traction for the EQB. Clearly, it's upwards of 60% of our bookings are all on EQBs. They are ready to wait because a GLB is available in 2 months, 2 to 3 months, and the EQB is now 4 to 6 months. So they are even ready to wait. But some of them who cannot wait, then they shift for GLB for an earlier delivery, etc. So there is clearly a demand more for EVs.
And in your total sales, Santosh, in 2022, what has been the split for electric vehicles?
See, we introduced the EQS in October and supply started in November, and EQB we did it in end of December. So it's very unfair now to look at this 1-2%, and say that this is the percentile. I think the first quarter we would be delivering much more EVs because of production and arrivals. On the other hand, we can be proud to say that we have the largest luxury EV car park in India with maximum cars on road when it comes to EV. But this figure, I think 23 will be an year where we deliver much more cars thanks to our local production and the supplies.
And coming back to the 10 launches this year, is there any one launch which you would think is going to be the biggest launch for Mercedes this year? Because most of them would be 1 crore plus, like you said.
For us, from a volume perspective, the biggest one is the GLC for sure, because that's a new baby. It's a full new product. Lot of customers are already, writing to me and saying, can I pre-book the car? We have not opened any pre-bookings for this car. They are ready to wait. And this is something quite big from a volume perspective. And the rest, of course, there are some volume products there, some facelift. As I said, I also said something on the G exciting coming up.
Yes. And you also mentioned, the online sales model. Now, when you are reaching out directly to your potential customers and you also have a traditional dealer set up, are you not seeing any kind of conflict from the dealers, and do you foresee that happening?
See, it's a good question. First of all, we are not competing with our partners, and this online and offline journey is to ensure a customer gets an omni-channel experience. So for us and for our franchisee partners, it doesn't matter a customer books online or he books offline, because the balance process anyway is taken care by the franchisee partner. In the online world, he can select a franchisee partner. In a city like Delhi, you have 3, in Bombay you have 2, and in many cities we have 2 partners. There the customer then decides based on proximity, he decides based on who gives a better customer experience in my city, and so it's a power is with the customer, and that drives partners to continuously deliver better experiences. So we are trying to build that, but we don't compete. For us, it's fine. It's just a channel, online or offline, and the partners take care of it.
And Santosh, 2022, you said, was your best year yet for the company. 2023, how do you expect it to be? What kind of growth and what kind of changes, what kind of key trends are you looking at in this market?
See, on one side, we are optimistic of a double-digit growth even for 23, which means with this huge base of 15,800 plus cars, we aim to grow double digits at least for the next year. On the other side, we also have some headwinds with the exchange rate. The euro to the rupee, if you see, is not doing so well in the last 5 to 6 weeks, and that a bit we have to be cautious about it. So we need to see how the year develops. But from a strategy perspective, we have a lot of initiatives for customers, we have for franchisee partners, we have products to be launched, our factory is ramping up as much as possible to deliver. So in general, we still feel a double-digit growth for 23 should be possible.
And Santosh, ever since the COVID restrictions have gone out, we see a lot of frequent price hikes coming in, not just for Mercedes, but it's across the industry. So a lot of our viewers also want to know, how long will this trend continue? Do you see any break in this trend, or will cars keep getting costlier with this frequency every few months?
See, one is a general comment that there is a lot of increase in input cost. The inflation in India, in Europe, across the world has been significantly high, and these input costs really puts pressure on all of us. And frankly, we try to not to. Our sales colleagues are always pushing not to increase prices, because definitely there is a risk of dampening demand. On the other side, as far as Mercedes-Benz is concerned, we don't have an entry-level model. We don't believe in a stripped-down version kind of car. So we put a lot of equipment and then we do the pricing appropriately. Like the GLS now has a rear seat entertainment package, which was not there in 22, and we are priced. So the price has gone up by 4 lakhs, but now it has more equipment. It has more features also. So it's a combination of additional equipment along with inflationary price increases, and as I said, the exchange rate also, 22 was stable. Thanks, the rupee was strong enough, but now in the last 5 to 6 weeks, we see euro getting back strongly, and it may again result in another set of price increase. We hate to do it, all of us, but there are not much options left.
Right. So, in the long
In a volatile environment, we feel that this is inevitable, at least for a couple of months and quarters. But let's see how things go, and we hope for the best.
Right. Thank you so much for answering all our questions, Santosh. So that was a brief from Santosh about what Mercedes plans to do in India over the next year. An exciting year, 10 new cars, one of which we already have seen being launched today, but 9 more to go. So stay tuned to TOI Auto, and we will keep connecting with you soon. Thank you.